Hello everybody, how are you? Yes, banished to the bedroom. There's a big boxing match on and I still needed some daylight. So this is the other window in the house. I know some of you said you have to wear your glasses, but I video on my iPhone, so I need to see where I'm at. Anyway, you guys, thank you for being here. I cannot believe it's International Women's Day, and every one of you that said, you know what, she's really fun, or she's just like, we like her, I'm subscribing to her channel. I'm going to hang out. Oh my gosh. I've seen this happen on other channels. Like, oh wow. Like I haven't gone viral or anything, but wow. It's like, yes, thank you so much. And you know what else I love? There's other women on here that went, Leedy, how do I start a YouTube channel? Like, that are in my age bracket. And yes, we need more women that have like lived 70 something, 60 something years. Can you imagine the experience and the excitement we can bring to YouTube? Huge. But thank you. Oh my gosh. I spent 3 days, you guys, 3 days trying to answer all the comments, and I felt like, and some of them I know got really long because I felt like I was kind of hanging out with you. I wanted to answer them. And then somebody not too long ago said, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could get together, like have a cup of tea? Or people said, wouldn't it be if we got, well, who knows? You know what? We can make all kinds of things happen as we carry on. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. I also appreciate some of you who obviously go, watch some channels. You've got some experience on YouTube that said, Leedy, just get rid of them. And so, yes, it's that saying, and I know it, is when people show you who they are, believe them the very first time. So I have done that. So it's like, all right. And I am going to chit chat before I'm going to share all about facial hair and castor oil. We need to chat first. Anyway, I am so grateful. I really, really am. I don't know what I can't say, but I'm going to continue to try having a conversation with you through the comments. I don't know if I can keep it up, but I'm going to do it as long as I can. It's not like I got a job to go to, so, I guess I'm just going to have to learn how to drink a lot of tea. All right, International Women's Day. I just wanted to get there for a minute. I am not big on like having a day of recognizing a situation or whatever. It's like, I'm not big on Mother's Day. I'm not big on Father's Day. I'm not big. And it's probably because I've had some struggles with those days in the past. And so Women's Day, I think is incredible. But as a woman of like I said, I'm on my 74th year. I'll be officially 74 on May the 14th. I've seen a lot and experienced a lot as a woman in the workforce, as a mom, traveling. Yeah, it just, and then I go, it's also personal. But I do want to honor a few women that I'm close to, that I want to really just let them know how much every one of these women I have personally embraced, and I think they know how I feel, but I'm going to say it out loud. I love all of you guys too, but I want to share 5 really important women in my life. The first two, absolutely the most important women in my life, I got to say to my son, it's Women's Day, so I'm not mentioning you, is my 2 daughters. I have 2 incredible daughters. One's going to be 49 this year. The other one's going to be 46. And they have, like out of all the people that when we go through stuff in our lives, I know they're just little people, but they grow to be women. So they have lived through a lot of my pain. They have lived a lot through my journey, the good times and the bad times. Well, you know what? The bad times were their times too. And my good times, hopefully they got some of that as well. So they are incredible human beings. I am so proud of who they've become, who they are today. They're strong, independent women. and they are my friends, but I'll always be their mom, always that voice of reasoning kind of, but in the background, right? I mean, take your positions, ladies. And so they are incredible women in their own right. And I love the relationship that I have with both of them. They're very different, so it's all personal, right? So I want to thank them for being the two incredible women in my life. The other, probably the third incredible woman in my life is my ex-mother-in-law, who passed away in March of 2020. She was in her late 90s. And when I divorced my husband, my children's father, she continued to be part of my life. She continued to be she continued to be strong for me and always had my back, always had my back. And I am ever so grateful. I learned so much from her, even though she was not a person that shared a lot of her personal life, but I was very fortunate that she did share stuff about her past. And so I feel very honored to have had that, but she was always there for me. And she loved, when I married Bill, she accepted Bill, and she never left my children out, ever. Anyway, so she was a huge part of my life. And then the other one is my mother-in-law, who's also since passed. My mother-in-law, Bill's mom, didn't get to be as big of a part of my life because she passed away. Bill was 94 when she passed away, and Bill and I, we just haven't had that journey in our lives. But I'm so grateful for the time we did have to spend together. It's always really difficult, right? Sometimes, like for the older generation, when you have a child that goes through divorce, and it's like, it used to be such a stigma, like it happened rarely back in those days, and it started happening more and more. And her answer always was, I just want him to be happy, and you make him happy. So she was so good to me. She was so good to me. And good to my kids. So she was an incredible woman, and I had to watch her, how she balanced everything, and that was really awesome to watch. Now the other woman is going to probably, if you're still around and if you know me, sit down because you might fall down when I say this. The other person that I'm going to honor on Women's Day is my mother. Now my mother was, we were not close. We did not have a close relationship. It was very difficult for her to love me. She could not love me. She would not love me. I did not fit into her plan. She had a plan. She had one child here, then later on she had another child here, and if she could eliminate this child here, it could be a perfect world. I will share that with you one day. It was, I had a very difficult relationship with my mom, and so I went through years of rejection, pain, anger, all of those things. And then one day I just need to heal all this and fix it. And so today on Women's Day, I can honor my mom, because in life, they say the most difficult and the hardest lessons in our lives are usually the things we learn the most from. And I learned so much from my mom. And I am today who I am, and the relationships that I have is because I watched my mom. And I made a decision to not be that person. I learned from her some incredible lessons. Even when things are really bad, we can find, if we just look and, figure it out and go, I'd never be who I am today. I'd never be this strong. I don't think I'd ever be this much fun, or I don't think I'd ever have all these fabulous women in my life. It'd have been like my mom. So to the 5 women in my life, thank you. You've all brought something to me. I thank you for that. And then, of course, I've got incredible girlfriends and people that I love to hang out with. and people that I've met in my past. So I honor all, because you know what? Being a woman sometimes can be really, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you know what? It's a mindset. Get with it, girls. It's a mindset and how it's going to be. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I better get to this. So many. This was a big issue about castor oil, and if I use castor oil, am I going to grow facial hair? Okay, I had to research it because it was a big thing. I know personally from using it, I have not. And you know, I used it twice a day for 30 days. Now, some days I just patted it on because I was going out, but no, I did not experience any facial hair. I am going to put a link down below. It's an article out of Allure magazine. I can tell you this, I've had facial hair because of hormone changes in my body, and I have a patch that I get right here that is not pleasant, and my upper lip, and then I had one right here, and it has not increased or decreased because of the castor oil, if that gives you any comfort. This is what I found out about castor oil, is that it's an anti-inflammatory. It has so many wonderful, wonderful ingredients in it, and I'm experiencing that with my knee and my osteoarthritis that I don't like to talk about, is that, and I feel kind of foolish because I've put it on my eyebrows and it's made a difference. And I put it on my eyelashes and I feel like it's made a difference. So I'm thinking maybe I'm having the placebo effect with the castor oil, which can happen, right? But apparently what it does, because it has, like, say for instance, if you've got inflammation on your skin or your head or whatever, it can actually create a very healthy scalp, which of course, having a healthy scalp would create a healthy place for your hair to grow and not break and be more nourished. So it could look like you're getting more hair. Now with the eyebrows and the eyelashes, I'm thinking, now a few of you said that too, that it looks darker. And I'm going, you know what? I'm going to analyze this a little bit. My eyebrows look darker, and on my eyelashes as well. I use one of those spoolies. I used to use a toothbrush. Then about, I don't know, 6 months ago, I learned about spoolies. Okay, here come the girls. Girls, the glasses are off. So I just take a spoolie and put it on, and it does. My eyelashes all of a sudden just pop without the mascara on. And it's because I've got the oil on it and they look really good. But you know what? If it's a placebo effect that I'm having, that my eyelashes and my eyebrows are being nourished and doing it, then I'm going with it. So, but apparently, please read this article. I know a lot of you ask me these questions, but you know, I'm just the girl next door to you and we're talking over the fence. I don't have all the facts, but it's a short read. So please check it out for yourself. What I did learn, that if you're thinking about hair growth, rosemary. Yes, that's what they actually said. And there's actually some science behind that. There's absolutely no science behind the castor oil promoting hair growth. Maybe promoting a great canvas, a healthy canvas for hair growth, but not growing it. But rosemary, and I wrote it down, rosemary and vitamin B5. So there you go. And I know a lot of you that are saying, you know, I know a lot of you use a carrier and you'll use rosemary. And if you're using it on your face, maybe you should worry more about the rosemary than the castor oil. Anyway, I'm going to link that down for you and so you can check it out. So ladies, no, it doesn't. And I have not experienced it at all. I think it's done incredible things for my face. I do have wrinkles. I have wrinkles, but I have crow's feet. Can you see them? I don't want you to think that I do, but oh my gosh, castor oil has helped, and I don't have any extra hair. And no, I do not shave it. It's personal, it's individual, but you know what? When I shave, it gets prickly just like Bill's beard does, and I don't like it. And I don't like it when my grandkids say, Oma, your face is prickly. So I'm not going there. I get it threaded, and I love having it threaded, and I don't like waxing it either, because not at this point. I don't want somebody ripping it off my fragile skin, because when we age and we're older, we need to do different things for our face. And you know what? When you're 40 and 50 and 60, you can't be telling us what to do. Everything at this point is a theory or something you've read. You need to be here to actually experience what it's like to be in your 70s. So you can't tell us what it's like or what we're experiencing, but I'll tell you, we have a secret. We can tell you what it's like to be young. And so you know what? Enjoy every minute. Remember, there's no future in our past. Tomorrow is not promised. So make sure that you spend most of your time living in the moment. This comes from all of us girls that are at the shorter end of the stick, maybe. Thanks for being here, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Please leave a comment, your thoughts, and a thumbs up would really be appreciated. And I'll see you next week. My skincare came in. I'll be sharing it with you. Take care. Bye.